Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard, and I am in the EET dojo. Now, yeah, lots of stuff going on. Anyway, I am going to do a video talking about a small kit that I am setting up and designing for a group of people that I meet with. It's a little tribe, I guess you could say. We're a little tribe. Anyway, I have been telling people for a handful of years, if not more, that our way of life is coming to an end. I really truly believe that. The convenience of the simplest things like hot running water, electricity, the ability to freely move about the areas without being harassed and bothered or in danger or threat, I think is about over. I mean, honestly, I really do think it's about over. I have been trying for years to get a group together that would deal with that situation and be able to gather up and converge onto one area so that we could all survive better. That really hasn't gone well for me. Most people that are interested, or I should say most people that say they're interested, are only interested in video stuff and things of that nature. Actually physically putting effort into learning and doing these things, I have not run into too many people that are willing to do that part of it. Now, those that are willing to do that part generally are either have some other group that they're a part of, or, and more likely, most of them are people like me. I'm not going to be taking orders from people. I'm not going to be an underling in a large group of people being told what to do, and that isn't going to happen. That's not going to happen. And I think most people who feel that it's getting really close to being time for this to actually happen, most of us are not going to be a cog in a wheel to someone else. It just ain't going to happen. So it's difficult to find people who are willing to be leaders and followers, because you can't be a good leader unless you're a good follower. I really truly believe that. But you're not going to find too many people willing to do any of that that isn't already part of a group, or someone who's got their own plans and they just plan on being by themselves, or they've got, family, little tight-knit family group. So anyway, I've gone the way of the very tight-knit family group. I have been approached by people outside of the family that want to come with us when it's time. I've talked with someone recently who actually got a hold of me and asked me if they could hang out with us when the time came. That's how it was presented to. Can we hang out with you when the time comes? I didn't say one thing or another. I really am not sure about it, but Michelle and I have seriously been contemplating and planning for such an event, and so far, everybody that is for sure that's gonna be there is right now all blood related. In one way or another, they're all blood related to us. So anyway, I have tried many times getting people together. They don't want to do it now, and when it comes time to actually doing it, it's going to be too late. That's all I gotta say. It's going to be too late. So, but I do have a setup. It's a little map kit. It's not complete. There's a couple things missing. Hold on one second. Had to cough. So there's a couple things missing from it presently. This is very basic. It's very simple. It's a training tool. This is all training tool. But so far, what's missing out of the kit is a small handheld solar calculator, which the Dollar Tree has, and I'm going to make sure that each kit has one of those, and a compass. And I'm hoping to at least provide a handful of compasses to some of the people, but I think as it being a training tool, I'd like to add a compass to it, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to put a compass in every kit. So that's possibly going to be an issue. Probably going to have to share a compass. So anyway, without going into too much detail how everything is designed and set up, I do want to go through this little kit that I put together. I'm going to start a class on map reading and navigation by maps and that sort of stuff. It's not going to be difficult. Everybody's going to be able to understand it. It's going to be as simple as it can get. There are a lot of kids that will possibly be in this group, maybe up to 10 or so at this point. I don't know, but even kids 8, 9, 10 years old will be able to comprehend what we're doing here. So I want to make sure they can do it as well, at least as best as possible. So anyway, there are 3 maps in this kit right now. I have a state map. I have a town map. And I have a trail map. There's a trail map here. That's important. Those 3 maps are what we have. I also have a small notebook. I have a pencil with an eraser and a pair of paste beads. And I have this little notebook that I put together. And in this notebook, it has the top paste beads, steps in feet and meters. It has the bottom paste beads, steps in feet and meters. It has a map protractor, very important, and instructions on how to do the paste beads. This here, along with the other stuff, is just going to fit in a small plastic baggie just like this. And right now it looks like this. So that's everything that's in this kit. Now again, I do want to add a solar calculator because there will be some mathing. We will need to do a little bit of math, and most of it you can do in your head. Most anybody can really do in their head, but it's always nice to have a small calculator available, and the Dollar Tree has them for $1. At least they used to. If they still do, I am going to get one for each of the kits. The compass, again, I don't have compasses in the small kits yet. I will be putting them in a handful of them regardless, even if it happens to be a button compass. So there we go. And I am so far storing them in these little blue bags here. They came from the Dollar Tree. So I am going to gather up the group here soon, and I will be teaching a handful of them how to do this, and then they are going to go back to their groups because I have everything broken down into kind of like a battery and sections, or a squad, and you know, no military crap, but regardless, it's gonna be a larger, everybody is the large group, and I've broken them down into smaller subgroups, and given the task of being able to have 4 or 5 people, and then those 4 or 5, I'm going to train the 4 or 5 people. The 4 or 5 people are going to train everybody else. That's just basically how I've got it set up right now. So I don't have to do it. Now, I will have everybody come to these certain meetings and be able to make sure everybody can do it. We'll do reviews and things to that nature. But hopefully there won't be any problems. Hopefully the 4 or 5 people that I train to do what needs to be done will be able to train their people to be able to do what needs to be done. And then I don't have to go back and deal with anything like that. So this kit is right now pretty simple, pretty basic. It's easy to carry. And it gives you everything you're going to need to learn and practice how to navigate and be able to work your pace, be able to work a compass, be able to read a map, be able to move and meet in other places using these skills, so that I don't have to give specifics. I can give map coordinates, or I can, you know, however, and then they can find what they need on the map and make sure everybody knows what they're doing so that no one gets lost. That's basically, I want to make sure everybody can do this so no one gets lost no matter what. Because the last thing we need is to have a camp set up somewhere, send someone out to find water, or send somebody out for scouting, and then they get lost, and that would suck. So I'm gonna make sure everybody knows how to do that simple map reading and navigation, and we're gonna progress through other things. There's many different kits I'm developing, so that each person will be able to, at least the head of the group will be able to have a kit, and then they'll be able to teach everybody from that kit on to them. If they want to make their own kits for everybody else, that's fine. I think I'm going to stick with the handful or so people, make 5, 6, 7 kits, and distribute those amongst the main people, and then they can have them to teach their people, and that way it kind of helps, so that I don't have to, try to get 20, 30 people together in a time where people still working, people still have plans, people still have things they're going to do here, and here. I can't get that many people together all the time. So get these core 5 people trained and up to skill where I need them to be, and then their jobs will be to train the other people, and that way it'll probably work out. I hope that it'll work out. So we'll see. But that's the map kit. It is the first one that I'm going to start using and teaching and training with. So we'll see how that turns out. And I think the process will work. I don't think there'll be any problems. And as soon as I get another kit set up in another class, then I might be able to show that to you. And I probably will film the classes, because up until no internet, no electricity, no communications whatsoever, up until we get to that point, there's no reason not to use this to help spread it out. So thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.